We got some big baseball games tonight following a good night of baseball for at least the Yankees. The Mets, the offense continues to struggle. The Yankees, the offense, which a.k.a. Aaron Judge, came through the big home run. They separate themselves in the middle of the game, finish off a game 7-4. It got, a little dicey. Whenever you lose your pitcher that early in the game, you're never too enthused about it. But the Mets drop a tough one to the Dodgers, 4-3, in a game that you got lucky. The Braves figured out a way to lose to Colorado, so it didn't hurt you in the standings. But a game that is frustrating all the same, an opportunity to gain a game on the Braves as you're heading into this stretch. We talked about it yesterday, this new month coming up where it's about as easy a schedule as you could ask in Major League Baseball. But they've still got another two against the Dodgers, and tonight DeGrom on the mound. But last night, the offense continues to struggle and missed a bunch of opportunities. I just joked about how the offense is Aaron Judge for the Yankees, and I heard BT talking about it all day, how important he is. We get callers. I can't remember a team that's ever relied on one guy so much as Aaron Judge. And obviously it's true. But even though you look at the Mets, and we can talk about a lot of the guys we've talked about here at the trade deadline that they acquired, the Ruffs, the Vogelbacks, the Naquins, who started out hot and now have kind of faded. Big double plays from Vogelback, the inability to come through, struggling, not the way they've started as Mets, and it's hampered the lineup. McCann at the catcher position. Why didn't Buck pinch hit for him? What's third base become? Even though Beatty, we love his swing, hasn't done much. Escobar hasn't done much this year. There's holes in this team. There's holes in every lineup, and they're struggling, no doubt. It's not been the finest, stretch here of Met offensive baseball, but really, it might not be as needed as Aaron Judge because the lineup, no doubt, is deeper. Marte hitting home runs. Can has been Superman in the clutch over the last few weeks. But it still comes down to when you watch this game and you go against a Dodgers team that is absolutely loaded. They're going to win 120 games. How many ridiculous games they're going to win? They've already got 91 wins or whatever it is. The lineup is, they've got MVP candidates throughout it. They've got guys who have won MVPs not that long ago who are at the bottom of the lineup still struggling but figure out, ways to hit home runs every once in a while. The lineup is absolutely devastating. The pitching staff. You're going to see Tyler Anderson tonight. Tyler Anderson is not that great a pitcher. He's 13-2 with a 2.69. Everything the Dodgers do turns to gold. So when you play a team like that, your superstars need to be superstars. And Pete Alonso killed the Mets last night. There's no ways around it. And we talked about it. Yeah, those guys I mentioned, when they struggle, it hurts. I've talked about how important that different guys are to this team. Nemo is to this team at the top of the order, how important he can be. We've seen what Marte can be, but it comes down to Lindor and Alonso a lot of the time. And as they go, this Mets offense goes. And Alonso last night had numerous opportunities to blow this game open, and especially in the first. Because you have a pitcher on the absolute ropes who we've seen here struggle in New York, who's, yes, having a great season. You can't understand. It goes back to the Dodger stuff and how he's able to pitch the way he's pitched. But you have a pitcher on the absolute ropes who threw away a bunt. And whenever a pitcher makes a mistake like that, I always feel like he's in more trouble than he feels. So than he actually is. It's weighing on him. He's struggling. He has first and third, nobody out, and Alonso swings through a high fastball. And I felt like the game changed right there. And he had other opportunities, and the game was tied at points. But that was an opportunity to get on a guy in Heaney who has struggled in this city, who just threw a ball away that led to a run, who, for whatever reason, picking up a bunt that's clearly rolling foul and decides to throw it down the right field line. He's on the absolute ropes. You have the best player on your team up at the plate looking to get a lead for Walker and for this team and to make a statement early and try and build a cushion against this Dodger team, and he comes up small, and he came up small all night. Now, it's one game. It's not the end of the world. Like I said, the Braves ended up losing the game. You still trust this team. They're still... you can question some of the moves Buck made, but you love Buck. You can question some of these guys, but still all the different guys throughout the lineup. McNeil is, as BT was saying, McNeil's hitting seventh. This is a deeper lineup than the Yankee lineup. I'm not trying to compare them, but where you can compare them is the middle of the lineup still needs to come through. And Alonso, multiple times, but especially in that first inning, unable to come through in that at-bat and at least drive in a run. It leads to no other runs in the inning. Heaney gets out of it. And, yeah, the game gets tied after that. But it never felt like the Mets had a grasp on the game. They had an opportunity to snuff that game out, take it for theirs, and really make a statement to start this series with DeGrom on the mound tonight. But unfortunately, that's not how it went. There's a couple of decisions you can question. The offense obviously struggled with only 3 runs, the bunt, and 2 solo home runs. You know, Joely Rodriguez is not a great lefty. That's the lefty. You could talk about that, too, at the trade deadline from a GM who told you how deep and how plentiful it was in the reliever market to only come up with Givens. And here comes Craig now. And Joely Rodriguez, your only lefty in the bullpen, and his, crappiness that we've seen from him. You want to just start? There you go. Tommy, that's where I had to start. I know, it's Craig. We got to start with the trumpets. By the way, can I ask you a question, though, honestly? Yeah. As you're watching it, there's like a little bit of a delay. I was going to get into this later. There's a little bit of a delay because it's on the speaker, and you can kind of hear it through the building, and you see him, and he's so animated doing it. It looked fake to me.
You mean on TV?
Yeah. Like he's so all over the place while he's doing it, and there's a little bit of a delay. It looked like it was like someone pretending to play trumpet.
I didn't know that there was really a guy named Timmy Trumpet.
Yeah, of course.
Like, what if you're not good at the trumpet? Timmy saxophone?
You can't be Timmy anymore.
I don't know what they're going to do. But,
so it led right into the trumpet.
I don't know why they brought him in against the Dodgers. That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, but he's back again tonight, I heard.
Yes, thankfully.
So they're just going to keep him coming back until Diaz gets in the game.
Right.
And if there's any vestige at all of the Wilpon DNA left in that franchise, Diaz is going to blow the save. Right? Am I the only guy thinking that?
No, everyone's thinking it. Yeah. Except it's not going to happen because he's been that good.
And I think that'd be great, too.
Yes. But
you are the only guy thinking that because I don't think that. No way.
I think they're past it. I think a lot of the Met fans are past the Diaz stuff. He's been so brilliant, nobody expects him to blow it.
Not Evan.
Not even against...
Evan doesn't trust him.
No?
I don't think so.
I know Lugauer doesn't trust him, but who cares what he thinks?
Exactly.
But, of course, he's happy he's coming back. They're making a big deal, but I got to come back. Who cares? Cares about the trumpet man.
I agree. I mean, you're not going to win games because the guy's playing the trumpet.
They're going to win games because DeGrom is on the mound. Tonight's a big night.
You seem like a trumpet player guy.
I did play trumpet in elementary school.
Did you? Yeah. In elementary school, like when they forced music on you?
Yes.
You had to pick an instrument?
Yes, and then I did cello in 7th and 8th grade when they forced instruments on
me. Is that because you were strong enough to hold it?
Yeah, well, no. I don't think you have to be that strong to hold it.
The cello?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a heavy instrument.
No, it's not.
It's not like the trombone.
No, the trombone's, I think, heavier to hold up.
You think so?
You sit you pull the stand. Yeah, you don't have to hold it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't turn it sideways and strum it. You put it into the ground.
You do get to sit. That's a very good
point.
But
I played trumpet for Mr. Fruitkoff. Mr. Fruitkoff. Yep. He was the band teacher, and I had the solo in Aladdin.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you sang?
No. I had the trumpet solo.
Oh, there was a trumpet solo in Aladdin?
Mm-hmm.
Was it to A Whole New World, Brave New World, Whole New World, whatever it is?
I forget which. No, I think it was Friend Like Me. But there were no singers. It was just the band. It was just the band.
I did bring my trumpet in, as you can hear. Pretty good?
Yeah, you held that note pretty good.
That's not bad.
No, not bad.
I'm going to go home now.
That's it?
Yeah. I was interviewing the...
Yeah, what are you doing here? Evan's here yesterday.
I don't want to be here. Trust me.
I know. Well, listen, I know for two people who claim they never go on vacation, the second full week while you're off,
I'm not going anywhere. I'm in New Jersey. But I wanted to meet today Amanda Serrano. She's the featherweight champion of the world. She's got the WBC belt, the WBO belt. She's fighting in a couple weeks to essentially unify the belt out of Manchester. And she had signed on with FanDuel as a responsible gaming ambassador.
Okay.
So I had a chance to just meet her and do an interview with her. She's from Brooklyn, originally Puerto Rico, but a really amazing woman. And it was cool sitting next to someone who you know can kick your ass.
Yeah.
And she promised me that when she comes back from...
It's not much different than right now, but...
No, I don't feel that way.
You should.
I don't feel that way ever in this building.
Saying, really?
I never feel like anyone in this building... And by the way...
As you're getting, Dunkin' Donut cards ripped from you?
Who can kick my ass. I'm either never near them, or I don't feel like I'm ever in their presence. That's all. Yeah. But yeah, she could kick my ass.
Yes.
But when she comes back from this IBF fight, she's going to bring me into the gym, and we're going to spar.
Nice.
And that's going to be awesome.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's why I'm here. Now I'm going home.
Well, enjoy it. Did you see Evans double in the championship game?
He sent it to everybody he knows. Like he achieved something.
Yeah.
I just want to know, and I don't mean to do this. Did you watch the video?
Yes.
Did anything stand out in the video to you?
Him putting his arms up as the ball lands before he even gets to first.
Anything
something
else?
stood out to me.
And I can't hear the guys, but
the enjoyment of the guy on the camera, the other guy running on the field and throwing his helmet around.
I want you, no, not even that. I want you to watch the video again. All right? I'm sure he's posted on Twitter. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
I want you to take a look at the catcher.
Yeah,
and
he
I
looks
want
like
you
he's
to just
5.
get back to me on the catcher.
He's saying he looks young.
He looks like he's 5.
He looks like he's 5 years old?
I noticed
he
that
looks
too.
like
I didn't notice that.
he welcomed you to Willy Wonka's factory, if I may be so bold.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should, because
Yeah.
it was bad.
Low center of gravity is okay for catchers. That's okay. You get good balance that way.
I guess.
But let me ask you a question, though.
Yeah.
How do you think – I know it's his league and everything, but he never goes. He's fully
Which is,
admitted.
he shouldn't have played.
You're going to drop in on a
agree.
championship game?
It's not right.
It's not right.
It's like, oh, the czar is here.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys won enough to get to the title game?
Yeah.
I'm helicoptering in because I want to win a title.
Yeah.
It's not right.
It's not right.
The league shouldn't have allowed it,
Yeah.
and Evan shouldn't have gone there.
Yeah.
But now that he's afternoon Evan,
Yeah.
his ego's out of control. And you're right. He didn't play a single game this year.
No.
Maybe one.
Yeah.
And he shows up and forces himself into the lineup?
It's not right. I would be furious
Crazy
if I was a bro. I'd be furious.
Yes. So I'm going to leave now.
All right.
Sorry, I
Good talking
apologize.
to you.
I don't
No,
like
it's
to do
okay.
this.
I was
but-
talking Mets anyway. You know how much I hate that.
Yeah, no, you do.
Yeah.
They lost to the Dodgers last
They
night.
did. And the Yankees won. It's a perfect day.
And the Braves lost also.
Yes.
So all's
Imagine
well
that.
in Metland. I met Steve Cohen.
You met Steve Cohen.
I sure did. And I introduced him to Evan.
Did he know who you were?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Evan, by the way, we did the Pete Alonso Foundation charity event on
Right.
Sunday. Evan wore like his funeral clothes. He wore a dress shirt button down
Right.
and slacks and dress shoes.
Wow.
And I've never seen him wear that before.
No.
It was like his communion outfit.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm like, dude, we're at a charity event.
Right.
Right? At the Paramount in Huntington, which is a great place.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was
A
dressed
comedy
up
club charity
because he
event.
thought he might meet Steve Cohen.
And he did.
And he met Steve Cohen, and it went very, very well. Yes. Steve
Nice.
did ask us, how come you're only on for 2 hours on SNY? I go, that's a
There
good
you go.
question. Well, I
It's-
explained to him.
Right.
Why? He goes, yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense. Did you
anyway.
make any inroads in bacon on a stick coming back to Citi Field?
You know, it's funny. I didn't ask him about it.
What?
Yeah. I didn't ask him. I've asked enough people over there.
Oh, okay.
It's being discussed.
Okay.
I did not ask Steve Cohen about that. But I would say, when I walked in, and I say this, and I maybe you don't tell tales at a school because if you were not at the event, but this is where I give Steve Cohen credit. All right? And if you're a Met fan, I think you're going to love this. So they bring me into this like green room type area for the comics and their families. And like, no joke, 80% of the Met team was there to
Really?
support Pete. It was awesome. Yeah. And Steve Cohen's there. When I meet him, I go to shake his hand. He goes, can't shake the hand. He's eating Doritos.
He's a
I
man
love
of the
this guy.
people. Yep.
This is a multi-billionaire.
Yeah.
And not the big bag, the little bag of Doritos, the snack size.
Yeah, out of the vending machine.
Dorito covering all of his fingers.
Wow.
Wouldn't shake my hand. That's class.
Tells you a lot about someone.
And that's a blue-collar rooted guy.
Yep.
Would you think billionaires are eating Doritos?
I wouldn't think so,
In
no.
front of other people?
No, I would think that if they were, someone was handing it and
Yeah.
putting it in their mouths for them.
Like, I have this newfound respect
Yeah.
and love for Steve Cohen.
Yeah.
He's a Dorito man, and I love it. Then I had this thing, there's a place real quick, Huntington, New York, called Little Vincent's. First
Yeah.
off, the Paramount is the greatest place I've ever been to see a show.
Wow.
It's
Cold cheese.
awesome. There's secret rooms, there's stuff everywhere, right? Across the street, there's a place called Little Vincent's. Now, I know Portnoy gave it a 6.8. He's out of his mind on that. That's a separate story. Really good normal circle pie pizza. And then they take cold mozzarella that's been shaved for pizza,
Right.
slap it on top. This is life-changing.
Wow.
Yeah, cold
This is one of the most
Yeah.
amazing, life-changing moments I've ever
So
experienced.
it's a regular pie.
Regular pie.
There is like cooked cheese on
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
and then they
melted
just
cheese.
throw extra cold shredded mozzarella on top.
Yes.
Wow. That does
Yo.
sound good.
They've been
This
doing
is
it
something
forever.
every pizza place
Yeah.
should be doing.
He's aware of it. Apparently, they've
You've
been doing it
heard
for
of
a
it?
long
I live
time.
And
Yeah.
I know it's like a gimmick for some people.
I live 7 minutes
this
away.
might be, it might be better than John's on Bleecker.
Wow.
And I had a lot to drink. It's
So it all
drunken
tasted good.
pizza for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But I will tell you right now, like I know your in-laws make pizza at the restaurant.
They do. Try
so
it.
suggest to them, pizza comes out hot, handful of cold shit, mozzarella that they would use to cook it in.
Right.
Slap it right on top, eat it like that.
Wow.
Yo, let me tell you something.
I might try
I've
that
done
tonight.
it 3
This is
o'clock
like
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
A religious
it's even
experience for me.
Wow.
That's how awesome it was. Religious experience. I saw God. I did. God has come to me
And he eats
through
Doritos.
the Little Vincent's cold pizza. Anyway, that was my night. I had a
All
good
right,
time.
good. I'm sorry I missed it. That's the first comedy show I missed.
Well, you had good reason to.
Yeah.
And all's well in that regard now, which is good. And have a great show. And I do apologize.
Thank you very
I don't
not
like
at
to do
all.
this
We
because
had
it's
fun.
not. It messes up your show flow.
Not at all.
And I apologize.
No need.
But Little
no
Vincent's.
need. It's your show after all.
No, it's your show today.
Okay.
That's it. It's your show.
It's my show.
Tomorrow it's Trista, Crick, and Tommy. I
Yes,
think.
for
And
the
again
next
on
2
Friday.
days.
Boop. And then we come back Tuesday after Labor Day.
Ready to roar.
Ready to
Football
roar.
season.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. See you Tuesday then. All right. You heard it here. God eats Doritos. And cold cheese pizza. 219. So we'll talk about it. I want to get into. Yes, I don't know. I know I mentioned it before just with him. Not that he didn't play the trumpet. I'm not suggesting that. It just looked off. Like sometimes you watch a movie and they're talking, and whether it's your TV or the signal or whatever, just the mouth and the words are just slightly off. I don't know why I felt that way watching Timmy Trumpet, but I'm sure we're going to get more of it tonight as well as a legitimate game. Brian on the other side is going. Tonight's a big night. It's a big night for the Yankees, and Cole heading in. He's going to miss this Tampa Bay series this weekend. That's going to be huge for the Yankees. He's pitching this last game against a bad team that he should absolutely dominate. A bad team that he should absolutely dominate and give the Yankees a nice little stretch here where we talk about how it's 2 months of bad play, 8 weeks of bad play. Well, if they win tonight, they've won 7 out of their last 10. And I'm not telling you that's turned it around. There's still been some ugly offense in this. No doubt about it. Judge is still clearly, the most important player in baseball, let alone their lineup. I mean, he's instrumental to them scoring runs, but still 7 out of 10 heading into this game into this series against Tampa Bay. You got Cole on the mound, you got DeGrom on the mound against the Dodgers, the 2 aces of this city. Whatever you think about Cole, obviously DeGrom's the best pitcher in baseball. Tonight's a big night, and I love how it's staggered. 7 o'clock Mets, 10 o'clock Yankees, or 9:30 Yankees. For me, I won't start the Yankee game. It'll be on DVR. I won't start the Yankee game until the Met game is done. I'm watching both games to their completion. I'm excited. 2 big-time pitchers going to give their teams significant wins. Yeah, the Yankees still have a division lead that I'm not going to go crazy about. I granted. And this game against the Dodgers, even if the Braves win tonight to cut it down to 2, the next month you feel good about, but you don't want to ever lose when DeGrom is on the mound. And you want to make a statement here against this Dodger team that's clearly the best in baseball, that when we're at our best, we hang with you. And we can beat you. So tonight's a big night. I'm looking forward to it. A big night of baseball here in New York. Give me a call. Met fans, Yankee fans, let's get it going with the baseball. We'll get into some other things. We'll have some fun. We'll get into, obviously, football right around the corner. Whenever September 1st rolls around, yes, for us baseball fans who are lucky enough, and this is part of my reason why I defend the Yankees all the time, for us Yankee fans mostly, it means here comes postseason baseball, but it also means here comes your 6 fantasy drafts. You're going to try and figure out what you're doing. Football is around the corner, so we got plenty to do today. McMonagle here with you, filling in for Carton. No, actually, no, he said it's my show.